Today on Great or Garbage, we're having a look at the Horizon Devices Nano Attack. It looks like a simple one knob, one stomp pedal, but it does have two internal trim pots. This essentially is the Horizon Devices precision drive minus the overdrive circuit. So if you're somebody who mostly uses drive pedals in front of distorted amps, like me, 95% of the time I actually use a drive pedal, it's to boost and change the character of an already overdriven amp. This is something you may well want to investigate. There is a 6-position rotary attack switch from the precision drive on the front panel, and in the guts of it there is a trim pot for the bright control as well as the level control. What we're going to hear first up with this pedal is the 6 different modes with the bright and the level set at noon, and then I'm going to show you how I would go about dialing in the trim pots with the particular amp that I'm using. Let's go. To get started, here is the dry distorted sound with my PRS SC245. Typical flubby, fizzy recto kind of thing. What we're going to do now on the Nano Attack, I've got the 2 internal trim pots set to noon, and then we're just going to have a listen to the 6 different modes on this big knob on the front and how they differ from one another. So out of those settings, I think I like mode 2 and mode 3 the most. I suspect that like modes 4, 5, and 6 would be great if you're playing a 7 or an 8-string guitar that's tuned down, just because they're carving out more low end and emphasizing the mids more, which is what you want with an extended range guitar, whereas the first 2 modes, to me, just sound more like a straight up kind of boost. They're a little bit more subtle. So let's go on mode 3, because that was the one, and I'll just give you an example of what it's actually doing to this sound and how it's shaping everything going in. It really makes you want to dig in harder with the pick as well. So it's kind of, I love pedals like that where it's not just, all right, it's the same sound but louder. It actually changes the way you play, or it makes you want to change the way you play. So let's have a listen to it with it off. It's also nice in that if I play a complex chord, it makes it a lot easier to hear all the notes in the chord. And the thing I like about it is it's pretty much set and forget. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it on this mode because this is my favorite mode, and I'll run a loop through this and just play around with the trim pots so you guys can hear what the trim pots do. But essentially it's one of those things where get the trim pots where you like them, set it and forget it. Just before we wrap up, I want to try this with a Strat. I'm playing on the neck pickup of my YJM Strat with a cleaner sound. Let's have a listen with the pedal off. So that's mode 1. Let's try mode 2. That's starting to get a bit too quacky. I really like mode 2 there. And I like mode 1 as well, just for like a fatter kind of thing. That's cool. It's adding a bit of character without taking away too much from the guitar. So this might also be a sleeper pedal if you're not a hard rock guy and you're not a djent guy and you just want a cool boost on your pedal board that doesn't take up too much space. In my opinion, this little pedal achieves what it sets out to do, which is just give you cooler distorted sounds, right? So much of modern guitar music is the sound of a high gain amplifier being boosted by a particular overdrive pedal, and really what we're doing there is controlling our pre-EQ into the gain stage. If you understand guitar music, especially distorted guitar music, as the way pre-EQ and post-EQ play around with your gain structure, then it makes dialing in tones way easier. This thing's small, it's relatively well priced considering it's essentially a signature piece of gear. It's really, really rock solid, made by MXR. As you saw, the circuit board looks really clean. It's got a really nice weight to it for something that is so small. And yeah, the foot switch is really solid, which is all you want in this kind of thing. That's what I think. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this? Is this great or is it garbage? See you next time.